down 7. That's 34.
Irving also with some fresh faces out there.
Trying to check their numbers as well.
Yeah. Kevin Flores, defensive lineman, a senior. He's now playing a defensive line right over the center right now.
Lucas Sawyer turns another running play. This is Polk. Not much. He's grounded at the 31.
Once again.
Yeah, the O-line pretty much intact. Cashmore and
on the 31.
Sussin. There's your 2024 homecoming king and queen down below on the track.
Pictures for everybody.
3rd and 4 at the 31.
You know, if the aunts and uncles couldn't make it, they're like, take plenty of pictures.
Extend the roll, use it all up. And flattened, not much at all. Over the top. That was Palacios.
You're showing your age, saying use the whole roll.
The whole roll. Kodak?
Yeah.
That's black and white.
Espinal coming off the field. K-Tung James, a sophomore, one of a few youngsters now out there. Espinal was a sophomore as well for Irving.
4th down, and Rob, it's just a matter of which side do you run across, the right or the left side?
You know, wouldn't put it past them to throw.
Go up top?
I don't know.
Up the guts. And it's stuffed. So the Tigers have held as the ball goes over on downs.
There you go.
He stopped shy of the yardage needed.
So the first possession in the second half upcoming for the Irving Tigers. And their MO is get first downs. Get some kind of a drive, just get some first downs.
Well, that was just an excellent push right off the bat by Ferraro, number 12, who usually plays, 55, in company in 55, who usually plays an offensive lineman role, and he was there defensively that time and got a good push defensively into the backfield.
So 1st and 10 for the Irving Tigers. They took over at their own 30. Across the way, the drill team and the band from Richardson High. Draw play. And a quick burst of 3 yards for Jason Evans. I tried to confiscate some of that banana pudding for you, Rob, but it was gone.
I already had some. Thanks for the effort, though. So, listen, this is how it plays out, people. John makes it seem like he's doing me a solid, right? Oh, I tried to look for you, when in reality he was looking for himself. But he just plays it off on, I'm going to look for Robson.
Well, there was a time, you were locked inside of a Hostess factory. There was a time he couldn't get around you.
No.
I tried, but it was gone.
Yeah, I know.
Roll out, not much. As Garcia stacked up
Elijah Garcia
just across the 30.
Traditionally, we have former coaches or current coaches that run the press box. And for the last couple of years, the gentleman that ran the press box, I believe you might even played golf with him, and his mom, I think, made the banana pudding. And
Mike, yeah.
So I haven't seen him this year, so I'm wondering, because the banana pudding does not look store-bought. It's in, from the house, covered up correctly, but, so.
When you bring it in a big purple Tupperware.
Yes.
It's homemade. Wanting to throw, throws a dart, caught. That's David Garcia. Garcia on the receiving end. And a first down.
David Garcia.
It all starts with time, John. Look at the time. Look at the time. Moves the feet, sets, throws, just enough yardage for the first.
In front of Eubanks, we had the interception in the first half for the Eagles. From their own 43, 1st and 10 Tigers trying to get on the board. Here's an inside reverse. And dragged down across the 46. That's Freeman on the stop.
Parker on the carry. Parker seems to be the go-to guy.
Had some nice catches in the first half.
Gain of 4.
Ball at the
Second down, 6 at the
47.
47.
Leading close to 6 yards here on second down. Handoff, running play over the left side, crossing midfield.
Ball carrier.
Short pickup for Jason Evans.
Bring down one
Next
at the
week,
Eagles
or in 2
28.
weeks, 2 weeks in ICT, or 2 weeks before they play, we'll be off next week. We'll have these same Tigers in MacArthur. MacArthur started off pretty solid. We thought, well, maybe this team's going to make a run for that 4th playoff spot, but they've fell on hard times of late.
Here's the snow plow. Just straight up. Bodies everywhere. Trying to gain enough for a first down. A little short.
I think they got it. I think
Look at
that-
these.
I
Close.
I thought the line judge here on this side was pointing the chain gang to keep on trucking.
1 yard.
It's been a rough night for Fernando Serrata, the center for Irving High School. I mean, a tip of the hat to his toughness. The young man got hurt like early in the first quarter, maybe the second series. Hobbles off the field on the sideline. Who's going to play center? Well, the young man comes like right back out to play after, and he's been hopping the entire night.
Yeah. He's
Number 62 right there.
a lot of credit given to him after that hard contact. In trouble, and drop ball is loose in the
Ouch, I think he's hurt.
act of passing, and Garcia the worst of it. Elijah Garcia gets up slowly, now able to head over to the bench, to the sidelines. You know, usually we do a game, Rob, during Texas OU weekend, but
Oh, that's right.
we won't have a game, so who do you like?
That's right. Well, you know, I believe the Horns are playing well. Oklahoma played a pretty good game against Auburn. Auburn's not, you know, what they used to be. I'm going to go with Texas.
Not always the best team wins in that series,
Isn't
but
that
in
the
this
truth?
case, I think UT has the edge. I think Coach Venable's still looking for some kind of consistency at OU. They swing it out, near side, caught, and did he lose it?
He
Number
did.
3, jarred loose of the ball. That's Proctor, lost it. And the Eagles have recovered.
He literally just
Third turnover.
lost that up in the air, and Eubanks came down and grabbed it right at him. And, you know, kind of sums up everything, how tough everything has been for these guys.
Third turnover committed by the Tigers.
Pass right on, right about here. The guy just pretty much rips it out of his hands, and there's Eubanks, top of your screen, to come up with the fumble.
Speaking of Texas, I know there's a former Longhorn and a former Irving Tiger I want to talk about before the end of our game tonight.
Oh, yes.
Be recognized. From the 46. And they continue on the ground. And not much. Handoff, shove back, Willingham Jr. Maybe a half a yard.
On the tackle.
And that is the end of the third quarter. A fast-moving third quarter. 3 down, 1 to go. Richardson on top, 56-0. First and 10, Richardson. As we begin quarter number 4, they swing it out, caught, and a loss of yards. Nice defense by Hurtado.
Very nice.
Trying to get some yardage on that short side, but well diagnosed by Xavier Hurtado, sophomore.
Pass complete to Coach
Loses a couple of
Higgins.
yards.
Loss of 2, third down 12.
Getting some high fives from Omar Castro, the linebacker.
Hurtado, some of those sophomores we've been talking about, underclassmen.
Running play up the middle, first down yardage to the 40. A 16-yard pickup. Jaden Pope.
On the carry. Gain of 17.
79 yards on 6 carries.
At the
The
Irving
double
39.
team right there in the middle. It was tough for Espinal to do anything as both the center and the guard double teamed on that run up the gut.
The Eagles had 10 first downs in the first half.
3 here in the second.
They scrimmaged from the Irving Tiger 39. Again, Pope squeezes through the right side. They can't bring him down.
No.
And finally tossed to the turf by Granada.
Jaden
Jaden
Pope.
Pope
Brought down by Omar
He's 6
Granada.
yards shy of 100.
didn't pick it up, but there was a flag drop
Back on
back
the play.
I don't think so. Or is there? Let's see.
35.
Chop block, offense, 62-65. That's a 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage, first and 10.
Another 15-yard penalty. That
Chop
is
block.
the third 15-yard penalty against Richardson. And so much for being a few yards shy of 100. That's why you use a pencil and eraser on your stat sheet, John.
Bring 2 up.
Lesson number 1. I had like 5.
Yeah, well, tonight you've already gone through 2.
I can't find them. A big mess over here.
Gotta bring it across midfield and placed at the 46.
It will be interesting going back to the Texas-Oklahoma game. Will he be able to play? You know, he hadn't played in a couple of weeks. Longhorns have an off week heading into that big game against OU.
The Richardson
Then after that, an
46.
off week, and then Georgia.
You talk about a team that doesn't play well and then they play up to their standards. That'll be like when Texas plays A&M at the end of the year. Aggies hadn't played that well all year.
Be on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Deep ball towards the middle, intended for number 80, Xavier Allen.
Pass intended
As
for
Sawyer
Xavier
goes up
Allen,
top.
Incomplete. Second down.
You know, when I looked at the stats of the Eagles coming in, I noticed that, you know, Sawyer seemed to get more playing time than Cage. Well, I can see why, because of their offense.
Second and 25. From the 46. Skipping over the right side is Pope. Couple of yards.
Kevin Willingham for 2 yards.
Probably, well, he had 1 yard one other time where he only had a
Third
yard.
down 23.
The second lowest
48.
run of the night up the middle for their key running back.
From the 48. They need to get to the Irving 30, or just inside that by the 29-yard line for a first down. A little consequence on top. Game is in the books for all intents and purposes. Try to get it out to Hiller.
And we've got a flag, and that could be roughing the passer against Irving.
Sawyer took a pretty good jolt.
Yeah, I believe this is going to be 15 yards against the Tigers.
Roughing the passer, defense, number 11. That's a 15-yard penalty.
It's against Castro, number 11.
15-yarder marched off. We'll place it inside the 40.
Watch toward the end of this play, number 11, right of your screen. Gave a nice little push.
Shoved down.
Throws the ball to the Irving 37. First down 10.
Line of scrimmage from the 37, 1st and 10.
That's one of those penalties, automatic first, no matter how far you had to go. You get the first out of it.
Trying to bounce to the outside is Keyshawn Polk. Taken out of bounds by Jaden Alonzo. So what about Mr. Alan Lowry?
What about Mr. Lowry? Well, he's already in the Athletic Hall of Fame for the Irving Tigers. Played for this team way back in the 60s. Look at the face mask. Remember those? I thought those were killer back in the day. Little did I know they didn't protect much, right?
A little bit.
He's in the UT Athletics Hall of Fame, or Hall of Honor. He went 28-5 at the University of Texas. You know, the face masks didn't get any better, did they? Against Alabama, he had a 34-yard touchdown run, was named co-MVP. And then once he finished his college career, he was drafted by New England, coached 3 or 4 stops in the NFL, part of that Super Bowl champion 49er team. But for me, it's the Music City Miracle for the Tennessee Titans. He helped orchestrate that trick play where Tennessee pulled one out of the hat on a trick touchdown play where they threw it across the field backwards, which is legal. And he got the idea from the SMU Tech game when SMU pulled that off against Tech to win it at the very end of the ball game, kind of in a similar fashion.
In Lubbock.
Yeah, in Lubbock.
Yeah.
That they did in Tennessee. Alan Lowry.
Not only did I see Alan Lowry play football at UT, I saw him play baseball. I mean, he was a heck of an outfielder for Coach Gus. That team with Bert Hooten, David Chalk, John Langerhans. Great baseball player at UT.
That brings up the question, how old are you, John?
Kevin Willingham Jr. slices out about 6 yards. I remember everything and forget nothing.
That's good. Ground level. Willingham Jr. playing his last season as a senior, thrown down pretty hard there on that run.
But David Chalk and Alan Lowry and Bert Hooten, I mean, the Horns just dominated the Southwest Conference in baseball in the 70s. You saw his exploits as a Longhorn in the Cotton Bowl and the victory over Notre Dame in 1970 to the 15-yard line, more yardage for Kevin Willingham Jr. He was on Tom Landry's staff for a while.
He was. You know, back in the day, you could have like 100 people on scholarship. You know, Texas had like 100 people on scholarship. Baylor had like 40. You know, it just wasn't even. Just one of the many things NCAA, you know, like them, hate them, whatever. But, you know, they tried to do all they could to make things equal.
From the 15-yard line, bouncing to the outside, open turf, running room, and head-butted out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Keyshawn Polk. I bet Ron Scribner has some pictures of Alan Lowry when he took the boys working for Tom Landry. I bet he's got those in his file. He photographed everybody back then.
I think he has a warehouse full of pictures. Good pictures, folks, all about football.
Yeah. But yeah, a local legend, a Longhorn legend, no doubt, Alan Lowry.
See, and you just thought Irving was home of the ZZ Top drummer, right?
For a while, yeah.
That's all you thought.
Trevor Story Jr. Hey.
Oh, Trevor.
All-star.
He's
Colorado Rockies.
definitely made a name for himself, hadn't he, in Major League Baseball, and quite a great representation for the Irving Tigers to have someone of that magnitude play professional baseball and do it on a high level, not just make the pros, which is tough enough as it is, but to just take it up a notch or two in the process.
So the Tigers will fall to 0-5, 0-2 in the district. Richardson collects win number 3. They scrimmage from the 13-yard line, just running out the clock. Polk shoved back. Eagles now go to 2-0 in District 7-6A. And again, their next contest, they will be here to play Nimitz on Thursday. Their regular season ends here. No, they host Mac. They host MacArthur on November the 8th. There's our games of the week upcoming. Another homecoming on the 25th of October. It'll be Mac's homecoming. A couple more plays, and that's going to do it. Full house backfield. And Sawyer hands off. This is number 56 grabbed. He's mauled. I mean, that's Coleman taken down hard. Number 56, Jonte Coleman.
Jonte Coleman on the carry.
Pulled down hard and
Goes over to the Tigers.
goes over here.
So he must have won a bet or something, or must have been player of the week in training camp for the coaches to say, let him carry the ball once. Irving High School coming up to finish their season. Pierce, Nimitz, Berkner, MacArthur, Lake Highlands. If you notice, it's like every other game is against the hometown guys. Nimitz, Berkner, Mac, Lake Highlands. Tough one. Tough one to finish out the season.
From the 20. Here's the pitch out. And about 3 yards.
Jason Evans.
Jason Evans on the call. Got a man down for the Eagles at about the 35.
That's number 40, Kerryon Hayes, a DB. I bet he's got a cramp. There's the first cramp of the night. Remember, what do we have, over 6 last week, a dozen, something like that? The
Well, it's in double figures. I think right at 10.
Yeah.
Not to make fun of the
No,
cramping, but
no.
you had thought, well, maybe after 3 or 4 is maybe set a trend. And it did last week. Kerryon Hayes being attended to.
You're getting a player that hadn't seen much action tonight.
You've got writer's cramp, so tonight you've gone down twice.
I don't want to be that guy, get him off the field.
We got a plane to catch.
Yes. Hey, he's up. That's good. Mr. Hayes, hope you get those cramps out of your system and the coaches don't make you run laps for not being hydrated.
Oh, Monday will be a good day of practice. I mean, you're coming off of a win. You've got a key game next week. Makes for a good practice week for the Eagles.
Maybe in 2 weeks, when we see everyone in 2 weeks, we'll have much cooler weather. A little touch of fall in the air. We got golf carts in the end zone. Look, they're ready.
Yeah,
they have a race. One of them almost took off.
Lined up, easy going.
Yeah. I think the John Deere is over the line.
This may do it if it's an inside toss and some movement.
Legal procedure against
as Napoleon Proctor. They'll do it again, or will they? They're going to get it off, or is that it?
They're going to rock and roll it, buddy.
Clock winding down, and it shows all zeros in the second half for both teams, with the damage done really in about the first 5 minutes. The Richardson Eagles shut out the Irving Tigers tonight. They win this series for the 3rd consecutive game, 3 consecutive wins for the Eagles in the last 4 years. 56-0. We'll wrap it up quickly here right after this.
everyone, I'm Susan Stevens. Be sure to watch Irving Spotlight as we attend Viva Irving Cares, the annual gala benefiting families in need. And we'll learn about the newest updates at the Irving Art Center while sitting in on Jumpstart Stories in Art. So tune in for the October 4th episode on ICTN Now, Spectrum Channel 16, and Frontier Channel 30. And on YouTube at the City of Irving as we spotlight the city's arts, culture, and entertainment.
Celebrate Asian and Pacific Islander heritage during the annual DFW Dragon Boat Kite and Lantern Festival. Experience dragon boat races, cultural performances, Asian cuisine, and much more. This all-day cultural event will take place here at Levy Event Plaza, October 6th, starting at 8:30 a.m. Welcome fall with an evening of family fun, delicious food, and live music. Grab your lawn chairs and blankets and join us for Music on Main. This all happens here at Heritage Park on Fridays in October, starting on the 11th at 7 p.m. The Irving Youth Theater presents the classic musical Beauty and the Beast Jr. Middle and high school students will transport us through this tale of magic, learning to love and breaking a curse.
Hi, I'm Thomas Gandy. We hope you'll join us on the next City Source. The Paris Olympics are over, but the competitions continue for some local seniors. See all of the fun at the Golden Sneaker Games. And we will preview Illuminate Irving as the Irving Police Department's Family Advocacy Center marks Domestic Violence Awareness Month. That's at 6 p.m. on ICTN Now, Spectrum Channel 16 and Frontier Channel 30, and at youtube.com/the City of Irving. For all of the important local stories and information we bring you on ICTN City Source.
The DFW Italian Festival has parked its gondola here in Irving. Celebrate Italy's rich heritage with authentic food, wine tasting, live performances, family-friendly fun, and much more. Experience La Dolce Vita here at Levy Event Plaza, October 12th at noon. Spooky season is here. Bring your friends and family and join us for a drive-in movie classic, Hocus Pocus. Decorate your own pumpkin from our on-site pumpkin patch during the screening. Quit witching around and come down to Mustang Park, October 12th at 6 p.m. Carve out some fun at the 4th annual Pumpkin Patch event hosted by the Animal Connection Experience. Enjoy a pumpkin patch, hay maze, pony rides, and many more exciting fall activities. Harvest memories every weekend in October through November 3rd at the Animal Experience at Fritz Park.
On a night where we have a new homecoming queen and a new homecoming king, congratulations to Arlen Naranjo and Santos Salas as your homecoming king and queen. And tonight, John Nelson, I think, really is what we call a character-building game. And in all honesty, despite the score being 56-0, I sincerely believe that I didn't see any quit in the Tigers. They played hard the entire game. They could have just rolled over and died, and even when Richardson throws out maybe the second team or whatever, they're still fighting as hard as they can. They're trying to keep them out of the end zone, and they do so in the second half. So you're in a game, you're looking for little victories, that's your takeaway. There was no quit in the team. They're a young team, and you just got to pull yourself up and get ready for the following week.
No, you're right. There really wasn't any quit. I mean, they got blindsided early for the most part. 6 different Eagles scoring tonight, and it was the Cole Cage, Jaden Pope, and Damian Crow show. I mean, the story really told after the second quarter. It was 28-0 at the end of the first quarter, and it's hard to play catch-up when you're just outmanned.
Got to start over, go back to practice, try to get better, and you've got a couple of crosstown rivals you're going to play. You always match up evenly against other Irving schools, and I think it's their opportunity to shine and maybe break that losing streak.
All right, that'll do it for this homecoming for the Irving Tigers. They go down 56-0. Our thanks to our outstanding ICTN production crew. For Rob Willman, this is John Delton saying good night from Irving, Texas.